Greetings and salutations. Welcome to our British Wonderkid list. So we've done Wonderkids from all around the world, but I don't know about you. I like trying to concentrate on British players if you can, especially if you needed it to hit your quotas on the registration for the leagues and stuff like this. So these are the best young British players. That's from England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Under 21. Some of the top picks that I found in the game. I've done tons of research. I've loaded up all the leagues. I've done everything I could to sort of get the best players. And there we have it, really. So there is others that are quite good, but there's also plenty of really good players that are 21, but they don't hit my list. You know, we know the likes of John Stones and stuff like these. These are younger level. So first up, we have Luke Shaw, who we all know and probably not love, but we all know he plays for Man United. He's kind of injury prone-ish, but he's still only 20, worth a ton of money, amazing physicals. He's a quality player. If he's ever fit, he'll be really good. Obviously, it's going to cost him a lot of money to prize him away from Man United, so we'll move on to maybe some ones that are a little bit less well known as we get down the list, and some that are actually quite affordable for lower league teams. So next up, we've got Paddy McNair, another Man United youngster, good all-rounder, can fill in midfield as well, but primarily is a centre-back, 6'1", so that's okay. He's okay without being extraordinary. There's no real weaknesses in his game, but he's not particularly outstanding in any one area, and his technicals definitely need working on. Next up, we have Nathaniel Chalobah, who's the... where's he gone? He's on loan. I was going to say, has he moved to Napoli? He's on loan to Napoli from Chelsea. This guy is more suited, I'd say, to playing as, say, a defensive midfield role as opposed to a centre-back. But I included him in here as well. He's quite defensive-minded wherever you play him. But obviously with the tackling of 9, marking of 9, his heading's okay at 12. But if you were to play him at centre-back, you definitely need to work on him. I'd probably more likely play him as, say, a defensive midfielder. But he's got absolute quality player. Like I said, another good all-rounder. Close to Paddy McNair is what we were talking about before. Pretty decent player. Runs with the ball through centre, dictates tempo, likes to switch ball to the other flank. So he's already got some half-decent preferred moves. 20 years old. He's going to have a big future. Probably cost a lot of money, maybe in the first couple of seasons to prize him away. He's not going to be world-class, but still a good player. Next, we have the young Liverpool centre-back who we bought from Charlton, I believe. It was Charlton. 3.5 million. Like many Liverpool fans myself, we didn't know much about him when we got him, and it's like, oh, that's quite random. But then he turned out to be really good. He's only 18 years old. He's 6'2". He's a centre back by trade, and the big weakness in this game is his heading. He needs to get that up. He's only 10 heading, which is not great at all. 12 marking, 13 tackling, decision making is good. His physicals are fantastic. He's 18, remember. Tries to play his way out of trouble, could be a slight issue. Maybe we need to try and get rid of that. But absolute quality player, going to be a beast. He's going to have years to develop. Definitely one of my sort of favoured youngsters this year so far. Next up, we have the Everton youngster, Brendan Galloway. Can play centre-back or left-back. He's actually playing left-back, I think, in real life currently. And he's got the stats for both because he's got 15 tackling, 14 marking, 12 heading. A little bit weak, but that's okay. But dribbling's 12, crossing's 10, so he's decent going forward. His physicals are okay without being outstanding. He's definitely a versatile player because he could easily play either of those two positions and even defensive midfield if that's your bag. Another one of those players that's good but not outstanding in any areas, but he's only 19 years old. He's going to get really good. Again, I'm not sure what about world class, but definitely he could be knocking on the door of the senior team of England in a couple of years' time. Next, we have another Southampton youth player. Did he come through the ranks of Southampton? Yes, he did. They just keep pumping him out, don't they? 19-year-old left-back. He's pretty decent. He can play all the way. He can play wing as well, and I suppose he's not too bad at winger. Defensively, though, he's got 12 tackling, marking's 10, decision making's 13, concentration's 12, positioning's 10. a decent all-rounder and only 19 years old. Again, I think he's going to become a quality player, knocking around the England team, fairly professional, left-footed, 6 foot tall, just a good all-rounder. Next up, so most of I think, you know, most people like you guys that watch these videos and play FM, you'll know about those sort of group of players. Even if you don't play FM and just watch real life football, you'll sort of see them because they're sort of edging on the first team. But these are some of the more ones you might not have heard of that I really like. Now, this guy is a defensive midfielder by trade, but actually he does make a really good centre-back, and that's why I put him in the defender category. He's 20 years old, plays for Hull. His name's Isaac Hayden. He's valued at 750,000. He's 6 foot 2. He's 14 tackling, 12 marking, 13 heading. His physicals are really good. He's really pacey for a centre-back. You could definitely play him as a centre-back. Don't get me wrong, you can play him as a defensive midfielder. He's got 12 passing. His decision-making is okay. His determination is good and his work rate's good, which is fantastic to help him improve. Good teamwork. Leadership's good, so he could be a future captain. You could play him as a defensive midfielder, but equally I think he would definitely work well as a centre-back. And it's going to be a lot cheaper than all the ones we've looked at before, so definitely worth keeping an eye out for. Next up, we have Lewis Tomlinson. Where did I get that from? Again, he's another player that can play all across. I'd say this one it does go onto the more midfielder category, as you can see by his stats. But he can play centre-back as well. So we've got loads of midfielders as well, so I put them... You know, I decided to put this because he's more defensive-minded, I'd say. 20 years old, he's Welsh. That's why I wanted to get some of the other nations in here as much as possible. There's not that many good British players other than that are English in FM that are that good. But I wanted to include the best ones. So he's got really high work rate and determination, which is fantastic. That'll help him reach his potential. Bravery and aggression are good. He's going to dive in and he's going to pick up a few yellow cards. He's definitely someone that I'd look to training probably more as a defensive midfielder. It's going to be a bit of work. His tackling's 13, marking 11, heading 10. And he's only 5'11", so I think more of a defensive midfielder position there. But he can fill in at centre back quite happily. Just need to work on those technicals a little bit, but plenty of time. Only 20. He's a big Welsh prospect. He's definitely going to look to get into the Welsh senior squad at some point. Next up, we have Jake Cooper, 20-year-old centre-back for Reading. Pure centre-back, this one. Doesn't play any positions. He's 6'6". He's a giant. Left-footed. Marks opponents thoroughly. Does not dive into tackles. Absolute beast in the air. Jumping reach 18, heading 16. He's not going to lose a header, especially with that height. His marking and tackling can do some work, but he's actually decently pacey for a big guy like that. Pretty one-dimensional. He's not going to be great on the ball. His passing's 11, so that's okay. If you just want a centre-back that's going to dominate, this is your guy. His strength is 14 as well. All-round really good player. I think he can be a really bright talent. He's got no youth caps at the moment, but I think he's definitely going to be one to be called up. Next up, we have Kyle Walker-Peters. Now, Kyle Walker, we've all heard of him. He's too old. No, but I don't know if it's his brother. But he plays for Tottenham as well. Information. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh. But he's a left back and a right back, so he's our first sort of non-centre back. 18 years old. Plays both equally. He's right-footed. He's driven, which is really good to help him, along with 20 determination and 12 work rate. That really helps him reach his potential. Really good physicals. He's pacey, good acceleration. His technicals need work, but at 18, you've got plenty of time to mould him to how you want to play. And it's always nice when a player plays naturally on both sides, so he's really versatile. And he's decent going forward as well. Marking needs some work and sort of decision-making, concentration, those sort of things. But he's a good team worker. He's got decent work rate. I think he's going to be a quality player, definitely. Next, we have Mason Holgate. He is a centre-back and right-back by trade, natural positions. He's 5'11", so a little bit shorty for a centre-back. Only 18 years again. He plays. He's Everton youth team. And just a good all-rounder, really. There's no weaknesses. He's really pacey for a centre-back. Decent in the air. Marking and tacklings are all good. Decision-making's maybe a little bit poor. Doesn't have any preferred moves, but 18 years old, you can mould him into something quite special. He's definitely a quality player in the making. Next up, we have Ryan McLaughlin, who's our Northern Irish contender. He's playing on loan at Aberdeen. Or did he go to their opponent? Yeah, so on loan at Aberdeen from Liverpool. I don't know why I keep clicking back. He's a right back and right wing back by trade. Good pace, acceleration. He's one of the brightest Northern Irish talents. It doesn't say a massive deal, but there's not many of them about, so he's good. And he's decent going forward. Just a really good player, really good young player. He's not going to hit the heady heights, but he is definitely one of the top Northern Irish talent if you want to get one of them in your team. Next up, we have Shane Griffin, who's our Irish contingent. He's a left-back and centre-back by trade. I would say probably more of a left-back just because his heading is not great. He's only 5'11". Jumping reaches 12, which is okay. He's going to run all day, so I like that in a left-back, personally, that's just going to go up and down, overlapping and doing all that fun stuff. His crossing's 10, his dribbling's 9, so it can be worked on. His mentals aren't very good. He's not going to be a world beater, but he's one of the brightest sort of Irish defending talents that I could find. Currently playing for the Reading youth team. Next up, we have Reece Burke. So these, as we go down, each player is cheaper and cheaper. So this guy, Reece Burke, is currently on loan from West Ham. Centre back. How tall is he? 6'2" tall, 18 years old. Really good mentals, aggression 16, maybe a little bit high, but bravery 16. He's not going to, duck out of a tackle. Determination 14. He's not the quickest, 11 pace. It's not horrible for a centre back, and that's definitely something that can be worked on. But really good tackling, marking's okay, and heading's okay. I just mainly like him for his mentals here. His concentration, his decision making, his composure, his determination, all really good. Positioning's 12 as well. Teamwork's 15. Definitely a really good mental stats, and the others that can be worked on. He's only 18, so you've got a ton of time. So another big talent for centre back position. Next up, we have Joe Rodden, who's our Welsh player, currently coming through the Swansea youth ranks. And actually, this guy's really good. I wanted to pick some, like I said, other countries instead of just England. Marking is low, like sillily low for a centre back. 7, that desperately needs to be worked on. But he's got a balanced personality, which is good. He's got high work rate, teamwork, leadership is decent for a youngster. Determination's okay. He's going to improve massively. Remember, he's only 17, this kid. So as long as you work on those technicals, especially the marking, he could be an absolute quality player, I think. And lastly, another Northern Irish player, centre-back, plays for, I imagine, on loan at Crawley from Fulham. And just wanted to get another Northern Irish player in there. So he's main reason for him is he's got high determination. He's determined. So that means he's going to improve and really perhaps reach his potential. When you scout a player, you see that your scout says this guy has put his 1 star and he's possibly 4 star, right, or 5 star. Doesn't mean he's going to make it, right? Doesn't mean, all sorts of things could stop him. Injuries could stop him. His personality, his stats like determination and work rate, those help him reach those goals. So although he's not the best at the moment, he's decent, but his marking's a little bit low. He could really improve with those stats. Does dive into tackle, so maybe that's something you want to look at and try and get it out of his game. And there we have it. There's my roundup. So although we've got the likes of John Stones and other centre-backs that are world class, this is the next generation. These are the ones, under 21 years old. And there's some of these guys are affordable, and some of these guys you might be able to pick up on a free from their end of their contracts. Usually it runs out after the first year for a lot of these youngsters. So let me know what you think. Please post comments. Any other players? I'm sure there's other players around the world, around the British Isles that that could be in this list. These are just some of my favourites, and like I said, I tried to pick some from the other nations as well, just to get a mix in there. Please join me for the next one, which will be the midfielders video. It's going to be special, that one, because there's some amazing talent. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.